Hello, I'm Commander Corv'iin from Sinbad, and you're watching a brand new series on our YouTube channel, which is called Exploring Elite Dangerous. In this series, I will be telling you all about exploring and how to do it properly. Of course, these are from my experiences and a couple of the general publics as I've been gathering in preparation for this series, and hopefully by watching these videos you will be able to explore without any problems. Now, this is just the first video. This is super basic and it's going to essentially run down what I'm going to be covering in episodes to come. There's going to be 7 episodes total for this series, covering everything that you need to know, including super basic advanced exploration tips and practices and habits to get into while you're exploring. So first of all, you're probably wondering, exploring, what is it? Well, it's essentially taking a ship out beyond the inhabited bubble and finding stuff that people have not found before. People have different motives, that being whether they want to get their name on something in the game until the end of time, they want to see something cool, or they just generally want to wander around space aimlessly for no particular reason at all, other than that they want to get lost. Whatever your reason being, exploring can be very dangerous and also very rewarding at the same time. While exploring isn't technically the most rewarding thing in the game in terms of credits, it is, however, the most rewarding in terms of actual player experience. I can't tell you how many times I've actually come across very unique sites within the game, for instance, like a quadruple star system that happens to be all within a couple light seconds of each other. Getting 4 stars on one screen that are very, very close to you is a wondrous sight to behold, and also a very dangerous sight because you can quickly overheat. So essentially, if you're getting into exploring, don't do it for the credits. Do it for the experience and do it for the sake of finding something that has not been found. Alright, so let's say I want to explore. What do I need to do? What do I need to get? Well, the first thing is you need to look at getting a good ship for it. Technically, you can explore in any ship just fine, but depending on where you want to go, you'll probably need a better ship that can handle higher jump range capabilities. For instance, the Anaconda right now is the current ship that has the highest jump range in the game at 41 light years. That's pretty far and pretty excessive in my opinion. Most people can get away with an Asp Explorer. However, if you're on an extremely tight budget, a Diamondback Explorer will do you just fine. There are certain types of ships that I classify as short-term exploration ships and long-term exploration ships, with some capabilities of being mid-term in there as well, but in later videos we'll get into exactly what I mean when I say short, mid, and long-term exploration ships. The next thing you need to look at is actually outfitting it. And within that is the second question. Do you own Horizons? Do you not own Horizons? Depending if you answered yes or no to that question, it's going to affect the outfitting of your ship. And as I said before, we'll get into that into later videos. The next thing you want to look at is where you're planning to go, which kind of also couples in with the outfitting a little bit as well, but not so much. Essentially, you need to ask, am I going somewhere where there's a lot of stars or not so many? What most players do whenever they explore in Elite Dangerous is they usually plan a trip to Sagittarius A, the very center of our galaxy and the supermassive black hole that holds our galaxy together. The reason why people do this is because, well, it's the center of our galaxy and we technically don't know what it looks like, and people want to have some sort of reference to exactly how it looks like when it's brought up. Other people will go to the furthest reaches of the galaxy towards the rim, where stars are extremely sparse and very far away. So are you going towards the core where there's tons of stars nearby, or are you going towards the rim where there's not very many nearby? Either way, you need to pick your destination and plan for it. We're also going to be talking about active exploring, what to do while you're actually out there in the void. What is there to do out there in the void? And how to make your time worthwhile while you're actually exploring. People sometimes will explore to discover absolutely everything that they can and just return for a huge cash payout from Universal Cartographics. If you're not someone that wants to take 3 hours to scan an entire system, you could also do exploring efficiently by only scanning a few certain token finds out there. Some finds like this are Earth-likes, water worlds, gas giants, etc. Again, we'll get into this in a later video. A question I posed before was, if you have Horizons, what do you do if you have Horizons? What can you do if you have Horizons? Well, essentially, that's also something we're going to be talking about, but it also dictates whether or not you're going to be able to land on planets. If you're able to land on planets, that's going to make exploring a lot easier and also a lot more fun. We're going to talk about when to return, why to return, and how to return safely. All that being said, this series is here to help you explore safely and return with as much data as possible. Thanks for listening to this introduction, and I hope to see you soon. This has been Commander Corv'iin, and I'll see you next time.